live on YouTube. And hey. All right. So if anything happens, go over to YouTube, youtube.com. What is it? /MJ's Yoga. No, MJ Travers. Yeah, you can put on the TV. Put it up on the TV. Okay, I'm going to turn off the comments. If you guys on Instagram, we need some props. We need blocks. We need a strap. So strap. If you don't have a strap, get a towel. This is for everybody. 2 blocks. Start in like a minute or so. And okay. And YouTube, hi. You can always go back and watch this as well. It's up on YouTube for good. So I'm going to work with some joint articulation stuff today. A lot of people I know have been sitting around and not doing a lot, so this is a good time to, it's kind of like oiling the body in a way, oiling all the joints. We've done a little bit of this already, and so we're just going to continue that with as much of the body as we can get into about 30-40 minutes. Tiny little bit of movement, a little bit of yoga, just connecting them both together. Hopefully you're all feeling good and getting some good sleep. This whole not having a schedule is kind of my sleep. Yeah. I just never sleeps anyway, so yeah. So if you still need to grab the props, you don't need a mat, you just need a space that's non-slip or something that's kind of comfortable, so you can use a blanket or something. If you're doing this on carpet, that's kind of handy as well. Strap, if you don't have a strap, get a towel or a t-shirt. 2 blocks, if you don't have blocks, get a heap of books, like a stack of books or anything else that you might have at your place that resembles something that is about this. You can grab, I don't know, 4 or 5 books or something, whatever you have. Maybe you've got 1 book, but that's big. That is that big. That would be handy. If you need a bolster or something, so a bolster is like a pillow. You can grab some pillows or some cushions. And another option is grab some blankets or some towels. We've got towels here in the beds. So we are going to start lying down. I think it's a really good place to bring our nervous system into a relaxed, or working towards a relaxed state. So bring the upper body into a neutral position, laying down on our back. So if you lay down, and the usual either start in Shavasana or Ardha Shavasana. So Shavasana with the legs long and wide. The arms can come out wide or come on the body, or maybe open them up a little further or back behind you. If this is uncomfortable in the lower back, then use some of your props. So you might put blocks under the back of the knees or blankets or bolster, or you might just bring the feet flat to the ground with the knees bent and maybe let the knees rest together. That starts to spread the area of the sacrum. So you get to choose at the start. Close your eyes and just start to listen. To listen to the noises that are in your area where you are. Listen to the noises that are louder, that are softer. Pay attention to each different times. Pay attention to any soft noise in between. Maybe there's just a background hum of traffic, whether it's on the ground or in the sky. Or there might be some noise coming from another room if you're at home or work. Might be noise from machinery or electrical appliances, soft hums or buzzers or whatever it is. Just begin to notice what's in this area. Notice what you hear. The sounds that are coming into our perception, we don't really choose. It's all coming in. As you notice these sounds, don't try to label anything, just observe. Now, can you tune inwards to yourself and notice your breath? Is that making any sound at all? Or the body making any sound, whether it's voluntary or involuntary? Stomach, nose, the throat, lungs. Moving your body a little, might hear some cracks or pops. With the eyes closed, let the eyes get heavy and drop back into the skull, just like they're dropping towards the ground. As you slowly begin to breathe in and out of the nose, and if that's not possible, breathe whatever's best for you. Slowly in, filling up the low abdomen, low back, and slowly out. We'll just take a few more breaths here, just allowing ourselves to really arrive here, to be where we are. So often, depending on what's happening, our mind is jumping from one thing to the next, to the future, to the past, backwards, forwards, etc. If we can start to collect it and bring it back to our present tense, every time we notice that happening, we might be way down the passage of thought, the rabbit hole of thought. Just have to bring it back. Just realize whatever you do, come back. It's like a reset. Take 2 more breaths, big, deep breaths, really feeling the body expand as you breathe in. Let it drop back down as you exhale and breathe out. Take 1 more. Full deep breath. And now wherever you're lying, just start to move your fingers and your toes. Let everything else relax. So you can start to scrunch the fingers up or stretch them out, spreading them apart from one another. Same with the toes. You might scrunch the toes up and then spread them apart, scrunch them up, do that a few times. And now start to flex your wrists. So think of the fingers pulling back towards the forearms. So if the arms are out wide or back behind you, bring them down by your side to do this. And then try and bring the fingers towards the inside of the forearm. So think of flexing at the wrist now. And then again, fingers pull back so the heel of the hand pushes away. And then the fingers pull in. Think of the back of the heel of the hand pushing away, really lengthening the outside of the forearm, the arm. Do that again. Pull the fingers in. And then down. And relax the hands. You're going to flex the toes. Still lying down. Yeah. Flex the toes back towards your face. As hard as you can. Pull them all the way back. Think of shortening your shin. Try and touch your shin with your toes. And then flex the toes away from you. So point the toes away from you as far as you can. Really lengthen from the knees to the toes all the way down. And then flex the toes back, push the heels away from you, pull the toes towards the top of the knees, and then toes away. Push them all away, really lengthen from knees to toes. 1 more time, pull the toes back, push the heels away, lengthen the calves through to the heels, and then point the toes, pull the heels back, calves up into the back of the knees. Relax the feet. Bring the arms out to a goalpost or a T position, palms face up. So you're still laying down. And I want you to think of moving your head as if, and I'm sure you may have taken a panoramic photo. In the panoramic photo, there's a line in the center. I want you to think of your nose staying exactly on that line so it doesn't deviate down or up as you turn your head to the side. Take a full deep inhale breath. Actually, before we start, if your hands don't rest on the ground, you'll widen the hands a little bit further out to the side. So less of a bend in the elbows, hands further away from the head. Take a full breath in. Now, without letting the head turn your head to the left. So keep the nose on one line. Keep the arms relaxed. Bring the nose back through the center. Turn your head to the right. Again, think of the nose tracing that line. Don't let it move up or down from it. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, nose to the left. Inhale, nose to the center. Exhale, nose to the right. Inhale, nose to the center. Exhale, nose to the left. Again, stay on that line. Make sure the chin doesn't drop down or lift up. Big, deep inhale, nose to the center. Exhale, turn the head to the right. Inhale to the center. Make sure the shoulders aren't playing a part in turning the head. On the exhale, turn the head to the left. And we'll keep our head to the left now. So with the head to the left, push your eyes into the left side of the eye socket as far as they can go. Really push them down. The head turned left, eyes push left. And now start to push your tongue into the left cheek. Kind of weird, I know. Keep the tongue pressing, keep the eyes pressing as far as they can look into the left eye socket, the left side of both eye sockets. Take a full deep breath in. Push the eyes a little bit further, the tongue a little bit further to the left. And then bring the eyes, tongue, and head back to the center. And now the head will go to the right side. Keep it again only as far as it can go without the nose or chin lifting up or down. Push your eyes into the very right side of the eye socket now, as far as it can go. Both sides, both eyes, into the right side. Again, the tongue pushes into the right cheek. Kind of weird, again, I know. Keep the tongue pressing, keep the eyes looking as far as they can go to the right. Keep breathing nice and deep. Just listening to sounds and breathing, pushing the eyes, pushing the tongue. Take another full, deep inhale breath. Fill up in the belly, the low abdomen. Push the eyes a little harder on the exhale breath, the tongue a little harder on the exhale. And then bring everything back to the center, eyes, tongue, head. Now with the arms at that goalpost position, hands back behind you, or again, the hands might be out a little bit further. Inhale, lift the hands forwards towards the sky, fingers point straight up. Exhale, hands come forwards and down, but push the shoulders back behind you. Yeah, it's kind of hard. The hands might not touch the ground, that's okay. Inhale, lift the hands, fingers point up to the sky. Exhale, hands come back behind you. Pull the ribs in and down. Notice if they're flaring. Again, inhale, fingers straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands forwards, only as far as it can go, keeping the shoulders pulled back onto the ground, ribs in. Again, hands lift straight up to the sky, fingers point up. Exhale, hands back as far as you can go. Again, if the hands need to be further out, you can do that. Just moving upper arm bone into socket. Inhale, hands lift, point the fingers up to the sky. Exhale, hands forwards and down. Shoulders pull back, ribs pull down and in. Inhale, hands lift straight back up to the sky. Exhale, hands come back behind us. And now release the hands down by your side. Bring your feet flat to the ground. Soles of the feet are flat, knees are bent. With the feet flat, about a hip width position, arms down by your side. Inhale, bridge pose. Lift the pelvis up. Press the shoulder blades, the triceps down, shoulder blades up. Lift the chin just slightly so you're on the back of the skull. Exhale, articulate the spine down, then the pelvis down. Again, inhale, lift the pelvis, the spine. Exhale, slowly roll back down. Again, inhale, slowly lift up, pelvis and spine. Exhale, slowly lower, back down. Do that one more time. Inhale, lift up to bridge pose. Let's hold bridge. So press down into the feet. Notice what is touching the ground. You need the feet closer in, further away, wider or more narrow. Put them where it feels best. Wrap your outer hips up, rolling the inner thighs down. Press the shoulder blades, the shoulder blades up. The triceps back and down. The forearms and the palms into the ground. Make sure the upper neck is not compressed into the ground. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower the spine. And then the pelvis to the ground. Walk the feet wide. Again, goalpost the arms. Full inhale. We'll slowly move. Exhale, knees drop left. Inhale to the center. Exhale, knees drop right. Just continue this to your breath. Slowly moving side to side. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. 2 more times each side. Exhale to the left. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale left, last one each side. Inhale center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back to the center. And then hug the knees to the chest. Little rock side to side. That rock can be as big as you need or as little as you need. Please remember to modify for whatever your body is telling you for today. And then grab behind the knees. Rock backwards and forwards a few times. To bring yourself up to a seated position. And so again, we're going to work on the cervical spine, the T-spine, and if we get a chance, we'll work into the pelvis as well, maybe the feet. So from here, make sure that it is just the head, the neck spine moving in the head. So we've done this a few times in class. So bring the chin towards the chest. Make sure that the spine's not doing this roll as we move the head. So it is just the skull. It's almost like the skull's rolling on top of the spinal column. With the chin to the chest, we'll move to the left first of all. So bring the chin through the left side of the chest. Lower the left shoulder down to the left ear. Chin up to the sky. Right shoulder to right ear. Turn the head down to the right. Bring the chin through the right side back to the center. 2 more times this way. Chin through the left. Left ear down. Chin up. Right ear down. Notice if the shoulders are moving. Turn to the right. Chin through the right. Chin through the center. Chin through the left. Left ear down. Chin up through the center. Right ear down. Chin through the right. And then back to the center. We'll take it back the other way. Chin through the right. Bring the right ear down, lift the left. Notice if the shoulders are moving with this. Chin up through the center. Only go as far as it's comfortable. No pain. Left ear to left shoulder. Turn the head to the left shoulder. Chin through the center. Here we go to the right. Left ear lifts up. Chin up. Left ear down. Turn the head down to the left. Bring the skull through the center. Last one this way. Head to the right. Right ear down. Chin up through the center. Left ear down. Keep breathing. Head down to the left. Chin through the left side. Lift your head up. Let's bring the hands in front of the chest and grab opposite shoulders. Think of the elbow squeezing down into the chest, so keeping everything nice and compacted. And let's cross the opposite shin in front now. So whatever you did take, cross the opposite leg. If you need to sit up on something, support the pelvis and lift everything up a little bit higher. So here, what we were just doing with the head, we're going to do that with the upper body now. So think of flexing the upper body down towards the shins. We're going to go to the left again. So you turn left, lower the left shoulder, lift the right shoulder, lift the chest up to the sky. Think of rounding the back. Right shoulder down, Turn the chest to the right and roll through flexion in the center. To the left, chest up, right shoulder down, return to the right, and then come back through the center. Last one, turn left, shoulder up, through the center, right shoulder down, turn down through the right, come back, pause in the center, put the opposite arm on top now. So again, you're gonna hold opposite shoulders, elbows into the chest, flex the spine forwards. Let's turn to the right. Right shoulder down, chest up through the center, it's like you're arching back, left shoulder down, chest through the left, flex through the center, turn to the right, right shoulder down, chest up, left shoulder down, turn to the left, back through the center, last one, turn right, left shoulder up through the center, left shoulder down, turn down through the left, come back to the center. Let's come up to a upright neutral spine. So here, let's come onto our hands and knees. Hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. If you need to tuck the toes or pad the knees, find what is comfortable for you here. Bring the right knee towards the chest without rounding the spine. So think of the spine staying neutral so you're not going into a cow or a cat. Open the right knee out to the right side. Let me face you so you can see what I'm doing. Right knee out to the right side, like you're gonna pee on something. Turn the right foot up to the sky. Bring the right foot back behind you so the pelvis is square. Again, make sure there's no cow here, so pull the ribs up. Bring the knee forwards. Knee out to the side. Turn the foot up to the sky. Bring the foot straight back behind you, ribs up. Bring the knee forwards. Let's do it 2 times backwards. Bring the foot straight back and up. And then the foot out to the side. Knee points out. Bring the knee all the way out. Fire hydrant. Knee back towards the right elbow without rounding. One more time. Foot up and back, ribs up. Turn the foot out to the side. Bring the knee out to the side. And then the knee towards the arm. Bring the foot to the ground and come into a child's pose. So the knees come wide, hips back to the heels. So if you need to pad the body, you can put props under the chest, under your bum, under the hamstrings. Think of this being comfortable. If you're really, really tight today, open the knees a little bit wider than normal. It's kind of hard because I can't see where your bodies are at. So think of making this comfortable in a way. You need to sit up on blocks or blocks under the chest, under the forehead, under the hands, under the hips. Now, we're just moving the hands here. On the inhale, you'll come up to spider fingers. So think of it just the fingertips on the ground. The wrists, the forearms, the elbows, everything is lifted. Move from the shoulders. And then on the exhale, palms flat. Again, inhale, spider fingers. Exhale, palms flat. 2 more times, spider fingers. Keep the chest down, the hips back. Exhale, palms flat. 1 more time. Exhale, palms down. Let's come up to a tabletop position again. So we're going to do that same hip movement, hip mobility movement, but just with the left leg. So if you need to tuck the toes or pat the knees again, please do. So we'll bring the left knee forwards towards the left elbow, again without rounding. So I think push the pubic bone back. Open the left knee out to the side, hug the right butt cheek in. Turn the left foot up towards the sky. Keep the knee open out. And then bring the knee straight back behind you. But notice if the pelvis tips up and back behind you, pull the ribs up, chest stays lifted and forwards. Again, knee comes forwards. Knee out to the side. Foot up to the sky, knee points down, and then foot back behind you, ribs up. Bring the knee forwards, let's reverse it. Foot comes up and back, hug the upper arms in, ribs up. Open the foot out to the side, knee in, so internally rotate the upper thigh bone. Externally rotate the upper thigh bone. Knee comes to left elbow. 1 more time. Foot up and back, ribs in. Open the foot out to the side, knee in. Knee out to the side. knee towards the left elbow, and then let's come back again into a child's pose. Bring yourself back and down. So here, this time with the hips heavy, same thing. Do you need to pad the body in any way? Something under the hips, chest, forehead, hands, hamstrings, knees wider if you need. Turn the palms face up to the sky. So big external rotation of the arms. You might need to stay here. You might need to open the hands wider, or maybe, bend the elbows just a little bit. You'll either stay here with the hips back to the heels, chest down, or you'll lift the hands off the ground, bring the fingers onto the back of the shoulders or the back of the neck. You might bring the fingertips to touch and push the fingers into one another, like they're opposing. And then think of walking the elbows forwards and in. So we'll be here for a few breaths. Wherever the hands are, push the hips back and down, chest forwards, elbows in. Wrap the upper arm bone out and down, away from the ears. Keep the upper back broad. Take another full breath in. And then slowly release the hands to the ground. We'll come up to a seated position now. Again, sit up on something if you need to lift your bum up a little bit higher. And I want you to sit where you can get control of your leg. So you can start with either left or right, whichever is easy for you. Bring your arm underneath the back of the leg. If you need to sit up on a seat or something else that gives you more support, find a comfortable position. So the arm that comes under the back of the leg, the back of the knee, grab the opposite arm. So you're going to grab the opposite tricep, bicep area, and then you're going to lock that hand in. So from here, I want you to think you're locking your upper leg bone out, so the thigh's not working in the movement. It's just from the knee down to the ankle. Your foot's going to try and control a lot of it, but just see if you can really use from the knee to the ankle. So hug the leg in towards the chest, turn the shin bone into the left, and then out to the right. So it's a hard one. Into the left. See if the foot's trying to take over. Out to the right. Into the left. Out to the right. And now we're going to get a little bit deeper into it. So bring your forearm around the front of the shin. Same thing. Hold the opposite arm. And then close that with the elbow, bringing the arm back in. So this is the work of the ankle. So we're trying, by locking the shin out, we're trying to minimize the movement coming from the shin bone, just moving through the foot. So think of pulling the toes back towards the shin. Bring the toes point to the left. Toes come out and down through the left. You might need to lean back. Down through the center like you're pointing the toes. Out through the right. Bring the toes all the way back through the center. Again, toes to the left, out, down through the center, to the right. Hard, then move slow back through the center. Let's reverse it. Let's go to the right, inflection, out and down, to the left, pull them up, out to the right. I'm going to think so much. Down through the center, to the left, back to the center, and let's be done with this leg. Let's take it into the other leg now. So the opposite of what you just did, the arm, the same side arm, comes underneath the leg, so at the hamstring, you're going to pull that into your chest, grab your opposite arm at the bicep, tricep area, then lock that out by bending the elbow back towards you. This hand can rest wherever you need. So lock the upper thigh bone out, and then think of turn the toes to the right, the shin, to the right, rolling it in and out. In, my foot wants to do the work, out. And in, out, for the external rotation of this leg. In and out. Okay, let's bring the arm around the front of the shin, same thing, grab the opposite arm, lock it out. So you're really get minimal movement coming from the shin bone. Instead, we want it to be through that ankle joint. Flex the toes back towards the face. And we'll go through to the right side, depending on what's the big toe side, depending on what leg you're doing. And then bring the toes down through the center to the baby toe side. Start to flex it back up. And again, we go big toe side, out and down, baby toe side. We'll pause in the center with the toes flexed back towards you. Let's go to the baby toe side. Toes come out and down through the center. Big toe side. Up through the center. One more time. Baby toe side. Down. Big toe side. Back to the center. Let's release that. We're going to take just a quick little flow. This isn't going to be anything too intense. If you need your hands on blocks, please put the blocks or the books at the top of the mat. So from here, tuck the toes, lift the knees just an inch or two. Step the right foot inside the right hand, lower the back knee. Keep the toes tucked or untucked, your choice, pad the knee if necessary. Inhale, crescent moon, come up, lift the arms. Pull the right outer hip back and down. Exhale, goalpost the arms, lift the chest out of the low spine, tailbone reaches down to the back of the left knee. Inhale, arms back up to the sky. Exhale, half splits. You can take the blocks with you if you need them. Inhale, lift the chest. Pull the right outer hamstring back, toes back to the face. Exhale, back to a low lunge. Inhale, step back to a hovering tabletop. Exhale, lower the knees. Inhale, hover the knees. Exhale, left foot inside the left wrist or block, lower the back knee. Back toes tucked or untucked. Inhale, crescent moon. Pull the pelvis back again, left outer hip wraps back and down, tailbone down to the back of the right knee. Front of the hip lifts off the left thigh. Take a full breath in. And exhale, goalpost the arms. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, half splits. You can take the blocks with you again or books. Flex the toes. Pull the right hip in, left hip back. Inhale, lift the chest slightly. Pull it forwards past the toes. Exhale, back to a lunge. Hands on the blocks or the ground. Inhale, hovering tabletop. Both feet back, knees hover. Exhale, knees down. Let's bring the feet together and knees as close together as we go into a toe squat position. You might need to put a block underneath the knees and or your books, whatever you have, cushions, and or underneath your bum. You'll bring the hands either onto the legs or if you have more props. If you don't have enough props, you might bring the hands onto the ground in front of you if this is really, really intense. Last little movement. Inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Hug the outer shins in. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Inhale, arms lift straight up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms straight up to the sky. You need to come forwards or out to the side. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Lift the chest up. Send the tailbone down to the back of the heels. Inhale, arms lift up. Exhale, hands to heart. One more. Inhale, arms to the sky. Keep hugging the shins in. Exhale, goalpost the arms. Inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart. Close the eyes. Take a full breath in. Breathe in again. Low abdomen, low back. Full open mouth. Exhale. One more. Full breath in. Full exhale breath. Remove any props, untuck the toes, sit back onto the heels. So think of the toes, the top of the toes to the ground. You're going to sit back on the heels. Now, if this is really, really intense for you, you'll sit up on something else. So maybe, again, the props will come under your bum, or you'll sit on blankets or pillows, whatever you have. Hands can be on blocks beside you if you need, or on the thighs. Think of the heels being straight in the center. Just, they might be just on the inside of the sitting bones, depending on your pelvis. Close the eyes. You can bring the hands onto the stomach if you'd like to focus on the breath as a point of the internal focus. Let the low abdomen, lower than the stomach, lower than the navel, excuse me, and the low back, that area around the pelvis, let that be filled. 360 breath. Expands in all directions. Take 5. Close the eyes. Breathe through the nose if you can. Let each breath be deeper and slower. 3 more. Listen to what's in your area. 2. 1 more full breath in. Full, slow breath out. Blink your eyes open. Bring the hands through prayer. Thumbs come to the third eye. Bow in gratitude. Thank you so much, guys. Namaste. Thanks, Scott. Thanks, guys. Happy day, Monday. This is going to be on YouTube. We will be doing another class in about 25 minutes, 5 o'clock, either over at Essex Skyline YouTube or, no, sorry, Essex Skyline Instagram or YouTube, MJ Travels. Thanks, guys. Have an awesome day.